All right, we back.
Was good.
We were talking about this just before we went on. We kind of talk about like the same few people, but I also a few people and few subjects. But I look at it as like it's kind of like sports too, and just everything in media. It's like you talk about the big stories. We're not going to talk about people. I mean, me personally, I'm not going to mention stuff that isn't important to the hip hop industry today. And then people like Drake and Future and Lil Uzi are important, just like in sports. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning,
Yeah.
guys like them, they're important. LeBron James. You talk about the important people. So we're gonna get right into it. More Drake news, more some Kanye news. We'll get into it. So I guess we can start off with the Grammys because we always like to talk about that. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Um, so there was a lot of bullshit. We kind of know this every year, and I didn't even go through all the awards because I just know most of it's bullshit. But I did pick out one award in specific. Other than I did think Rockstar should have won Song of the Year over Billie Eilish's song. No offense to her, but I had never heard of
Yeah.
the song before. It's whatever. I guess it's what the world likes. But I went and did a little research myself because it was pissing me off. Um, so let's see. Here we go. Okay, so for album of the year, I forget who I shouldn't have done this. I think Taylor Swift won album of the year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I
Some dumb shit.
yeah, and I don't blame her because she's got a huge popularity, whatever. But
She's been around for so long at this point. Bound all her shit bound to blow like that.
yeah, exactly. So aside from that, I went and did a little research and saw, I don't want to say streaming numbers are everything, but it means something when a lot of people are listening to your content. Well, I went through
Especially when you're Taylor Swift.
exactly. Well, I went through the entire list of the nominations for album of the year, and these are these are the top. What? How many is it? One, two. I picked like a few of them. I didn't pick all of them, but let me give you a little something on all of them. Taylor Swift, as of a couple days ago, I went on this website and it showed like the streaming of 2020 albums up until now. Now I know albums are normally or 2020 albums are supposed to be counted in 2020. I get that, but I think relevance into 2021, 3 months should make a little sense and kind of go with it. So Taylor Swift
Yeah.
had the 19th most streamed album from 2020. 19th. That's behind a lot of. Let me just keep going. She
All right.
won.
Well.
Good. You want to say
Yeah.
something?
Keep going. I was just gonna say. I think her shit came out later later on in the year. I'm not defending her,
Right. Right.
but this shit came. I feel like this shit came out like in October or some
Probably
shit.
that's
So
probably a
like.
bad one. But I'll keep going. I have a whole list. So Dua Lipa. I know she's popular, very popular too. But after her
Yeah. Yeah.
after
She's
her
actually pretty popular.
yeah. After her first week of the album dropped 43%. I feel like that's a really big march. I could be totally wrong, but it had a 40.
No, it's pretty okay. I would say it's standard like drop rate, but like 40% is just a lot in like in general.
Yeah.
I feel like you would see shit go down like 20, 30%.
So yeah.
It really just depends on who the artist is.
So maybe
If it
my statistics are a little off, but I'm just going to go through them just because it makes me feel good. So
Yeah, yeah,
Jane Aiko had the 86th most streamed album, and I like her. She's a good artist.
yeah,
86th most streamed. Black Pumas, I'm not going to lie, I didn't even hear them until now. According to Billboard, they had them 160th most streamed. Or no, according to Billboard, sorry, it reached 160 on Billboard.
yeah.
That was his max. Jacob Collier, I'm sorry, I just don't know who he is. I'm not gonna
I've
be.
seen that name before.
I don't know who he
So
is. I didn't even write anything for that. I wrote question marks. I've never heard of him. I'm not saying I know be all, but I think that should
mhm,
be something that most people should know who it is. But
yeah.
moving on, where's the diversity? I know they have a rap category, but the only hip hop artist that's in album of the year is Post Malone. I think that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. When you're the number one genre in music and you have one project in the album of the year, it isn't even a hip hop, right? It's more of a pop hip hop project. I think that's
Yeah.
ridiculous. But I think that just goes to show how how the
The
grand.
diversity is a little frustrating. I can agree with that. I mean, that's kind of why they have like the genre thing, of course, but like I agree that hip hop is like substantial enough to like, go as like a
It's
best
the,
rap,
it's the
like
number
in the
one
best
genre in the world as of what last year, 2 years ago.
I would say longer than that in my opinion.
Officially, no, officially it came
Officially,
out.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's my
Yeah.
point. I just think
No,
it.
I agree.
I just think it's ridiculous. I don't even want to spend too much time on it, but it's a shame because I think these. I really do think there should be an award show that really respects. Like, I mean, I guess they have what the BET Hip Hop Awards, but
Yeah, they do.
I guess do you watch that? Do you ever really like pay
I
attention to
don't
that?
really pay attention to like the TV events, bro,
Yeah,
because
like I want to,
all
but
the shit moves on the internet anyway.
yeah,
So like, and I'm already on Instagram looking at shit to begin with. So like, there's just not really any like I'll hear about shit in the loop anyway. Like you go
yeah.
on Twitter, Twitter is literally just the next fucking news
Yeah,
platform.
it's so quick.
If you
It's
don't
just,
see it on TV, or if you don't hear about it already, you're gonna see it on fucking Twitter.
and it's proven
Like,
by the numbers that the Grammys are really not relevant anymore at all. Honestly, I think it was a 53% drop off from last year. It had under 10 million views at one time. I think it was viewers because I think last year was about 18
yeah,
million. I saw that's a ridiculous more than half in one year. That's like I don't want to say that in what are the excuses? I guess what maybe some BLM stuff in there or like I heard some political social issues. Maybe that's the issue, but I think it's more than that. I think it's people don't give a shit and don't respect them anymore. Like because these big artists,
uh-huh.
The Weeknd and Drake, even though they've been involved with them before, they don't care anymore because they know they're not really picking the best people.
Yeah, no, I agree. They're
No
not
offense to
picking the
Meg,
best people.
no offense to Meg Stallion, but she should not have won. What I forget what the award. What did she win? Best
The
rap
song
act?
is literally like song of the year, bro.
Like over like
Like the box
the
and
box,
like
the bigger picture. I think rock.
I think it should have been the box.
I
I'll
agree.
be honest with you.
I can make an argument for that. It was a very impactful song, at least over social media over the last year and a half, or year plus. But yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of issues with the Grammys. It's a shame because it's on TV and people watch it, but it's clearly not as meaningful as it used to be.
yeah,
Um,
facts.
so we'll
Shit's a
move on from
fuck.
that. I got a little angry. I know my stats were a little
No,
off, but
no, I agree. Like I agree
frustrating.
with you.
We're
The
music
shit's not
fans. I mean,
relevant. The shit's not relevant, but it's also frustrating at the same time.
like it's the same thing with me for sports. Like I see like people like that shouldn't win MVPs and that they don't deserve it, or the people that should deserve it more. It's just like it's frustrating. But anyway, we
I
can move on
know.
from that and talk about something we talk about every week. I feel like Drake. So Scary Hours 2 came out a couple weeks ago. It did almost a million first week sales approximately, which is unheard of for an EP. I
For
think we talked
for
about that.
three songs.
For three songs, and he is the first artist ever to debut at number 1, 2, and 3 on Billboard, which is, I mean, who was it? I think Charlemagne recently said that the Drake era was over. No, it ain't.
It's not
I love
true.
Charlemagne, but no, it ain't.
No, it's
It's
not.
alive and well, and it's awesome to see. But
Bro,
what are your like just takes on Drake's dominance in the game right now?
well, I'm gonna just say right now, and this is all I really have to say, but what's next is gold, like already. Like what net like 500,000 pure units
It's crazy.
first single in like a week and a half,
Hmm.
2 weeks at this point. It's been 2 weeks at this point.
Yeah,
But like that is just fucking insane. And especially because that song really only leaked 2 days before it came out.
it
And
already
people
came
were
out too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
That's even the crazier part. It was already out. Why was it
And
leaked?
when
I
it
guess
was
it was
out,
on YouTube, right? Yeah.
it was leaked. There was a leak on YouTube. They have one on SoundCloud. I remember because I liked it.
Hmm.
Um, it's just crazy because like I saw streams on that, and it's like they're like throwing up like 80 fucking K streams on the leak, like in 2 days, and then that shit gets taken down.
Of
That
course.
shit got taken down. But like,
Yeah, because it got so much traction. Yeah.
yeah, but like, just holy shit.
We know
Like,
how Drake is. He likes to him and his team leak stuff on purpose. A lot of these
I
big
know,
artists.
but like, they're just, I don't know, like they like want it to happen, but because they already know that it's gonna be bigger than they think it is.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just amazing.
That's how I think about it.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's just amazing to see his dominant success and it's going to continue on into CLB or Certified Lover Boy whenever we get that. Hopefully sooner rather than later. I'm hoping in the next month, but I don't know.
Mm,
Have you seen anything about it recently? I haven't seen any specifics.
no, I
Wow.
haven't seen anything. I haven't. I mean, I've seen the merch drop, and like that's it. Like the Nocta Nike, and then like the hat with like the lipstick kiss on it and shit.
Right.
Like those designs. I haven't
Well,
seen anything else though.
if Scary Hours is, I mean, the thing about Scary Hours too is it's great is because it's like three totally different songs. Like Drake has done, all these types of like what's next is like the pop that's gonna be on the what I guess like the rap caviar.
Just like the radio
And then
and
like the what's
shit.
next is the feature with the big star right now, and then you get Rick Ross, the throwback, and the old like
Yeah,
introspectacle Drake. Like I love seeing all
yeah.
this shit, and I hope we see all of it on the next album. And I think we will because I've already been on record saying I think
If
this might.
anything, one thing that I can tell is like I kind of feel like he's kind of gonna revert a little bit. I mean, like I think he's gonna be still doing his same shit, but like I feel like we're gonna definitely get some classic vibes on this project for sure.
Yeah, because I remember him.
Based on the songs that we've heard, it just feels like classic vibes,
Yeah, and like
like
what the
classic
Dark Lane
Drake
demo.
like era.
Yeah, and like
Like
Dark. Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
no, you good, you good.
Like Dark Lane demo tapes is like that was like the whole thing. It was like a tape. It was like some kind of finished stuff here, not really finished here. It's like that one. It's a little bit of everything. You got like the singing songs and the hard like the one with the Future and Young Thug. Like there's a lot of different stuff on there,
You
which
got drill
really.
and shit,
Yeah, that's
and
what I'm
like
saying. Like I love that. I know people want like consistency on the album, but just because.
I enjoyed the demo tapes.
Oh, me
I
too.
enjoyed them a lot when they came out.
Didn't it go number
That's
one? Actually, I don't think it went number one. Yeah, I
That
think.
one number two,
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That was the first
but
time he didn't go number one in a while.
that's like it's just a tape though. Like it's just a compilation.
Yep.
Those are the B sides. So if the B sides can go number two,
What the
A
hell's
sides
CLB
about to go
gonna do?
crazy.
Yeah. What do we want
Yeah.
to? We want to make a prediction. What's he getting first week CLB? Let me hear it.
I have no idea.
Take a guess.
Um, I would I would feel like he would do more than the weekend for sure.
Ooh, so what? We talking 500?
So like
Because what
high,
Weekend did like
like
400, right?
I don't know if he's gonna. Weekend did like 400, like 420,
I
bro.
think. What did the Weekend do?
Eh,
They did like 440 or 450 or something. I can't
No,
remember.
I don't think it was that high, but it was in that margin. So I assume anywhere between like 450 and if he breaks
Like
500K, that
500,000.
would kind of be like that would actually be
I
like
mean, he's the
history.
only guy that can do it right now. So
That's actually history.
yeah.
Like if he does that.
Because what I mean, I guess when did they start tracking this? I know we're kind of getting off topic, but it's good to talk about. When did they start talking like tracking like this shit?
Like
Yeah,
weekly
first week
pay, like
sales.
weekly first week sales.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
like
I
a
guess
staple. That's like a staple of a lot of shit. It's been around probably for a while if you think about it, because every artist drops the
I
main
guess
thing they want to see is not they can't see everything right away.
right.
They use first week sales to determine, how popping they were at the time of the release. That's just how that shit is. Like you sell more, well, in most cases, you sell more first week than any other week.
Right.
Unless you're like Roddy Rich with the box spiking like 1,200%.
That's
Like,
what that was a
but,
lot to do with TikTok and social media as
well,
well.
yeah, but like what I'm saying is like that shit kind of just doesn't even happen.
No, no.
Like it's just like songs get popping because of TikTok and shit. But like if any other week's sales is bigger than your first week's sales, that's like crazy as fuck.
Yeah, because something major would have had to happen normally if that was the
Yeah.
case, like a reissue,
Whether it's
like a
like
box
news
or
that
something.
has to do with you, a certain song spiking, it all goes right into the music. Because what are people gonna do? They're gonna try to be involved by listening to the music. That's just how
Right.
that shit is.
I guess the music numbers have just kind of changed, like with streaming and all that shit. So it's harder to determine. Like I was thinking, like who has the highest like first week sales, but I guess you can't really determine that because the way streaming is gone, it's like so much different than it was even 10 years ago. So I guess it's
Yeah,
like
I
harder.
mean, you could definitely look at like yearly benchmarks and shit. Like which year, what was the highest like
Yeah,
first week sales for
we have to
this
do that
year?
after because
That would probably help a lot to determine, help you, figure out compare and contrast and
yeah.
shit. Like
I'm gonna say it. I think Drake's gonna get 500,000. I think he can. I think it's gonna be at
I
500,000.
think he can too.
Because
I
I mean,
think he can.
if the Weeknd's doing 450, Drake's the most popular artist in. I mean, right now, is he not? Am I wrong? At least in the U.S.
No, I think he is.
Maybe it's biased. I mean, I'm not the biggest Drake.
There are many very huge poppin' artists right now, but I think Drake is still taking the cake for sure.
Especially with the long. It's like the LeBron effect. He's been doing it for so long, and it's getting even. I don't want to say his music's getting better, but I mean, he's getting more popular. He's getting.
There's just more shit.
Yeah.
Like the more he drops, the more there is to talk about. Like
Yeah, that is.
that's all
Yeah.
there is to it.
So I can't wait for CLB. I keep talking about it every week, but yeah, let's move on. What do I got next? Okay, so this was I know we don't want to do stories as much, but this one really piqued my interest because I saw two different things. So Kanye, I forget who reported it first, but Kanye West was reportedly recognized as the richest black man in American history. Uh, Reported at what $6.6 billion with his
Yeah.
Yeezy partnership and the Gap and all that stuff. But then Forbes came out earlier today and denied this statement, saying that it was about less than a third of what he had said it was, which is I thought was really interesting that I because I think last year in
So
May 2020 he was registered as like or I forget what billion it was. It was like under 2 billion last year, and then like he says he was at like 6 billion. They're like, no, he only went up by like 0.1, which I thought was pretty. And they're saying like the numbers that he came up with were pretty much like future numbers that haven't existed yet because of his deal.
yeah.
So I thought that was really interesting. I don't know if you have much to say on that, but because I know you're a Kanye
So
guy, but
I mean, that's crazy to think of because I mean, 2015 and 2016 is talking about him being in debt and shit.
yeah, and
Like
now he's
very,
one
very
of
deep in debt. Like
that.
very deep in debt. I'm not trying to cut
No,
but
no, you're
like
good. Keep talking.
that's like he was so deep in debt. So between the Gap deal, I saw the Gap deal is worth around 1 billion. Like
Right.
already.
Yeah,
Like is worth around 1 billion already without anything coming out.
that's insane.
So that means that
So
they
is Gap?
have so
Yeah,
that means that they have enough shit. They have enough shit to make up $1 billion, whether it's clothes, you know, other shit. But like the sales are gonna fucking skyrocket. Like
it,
like because there's just so much,
yeah.
and it's literally Gap, bro. Like
Do you
Gap
think?
has been around
Yeah.
like
Do you think
for so
like
long.
Gap and do you think they're gonna do like a Yeezy like collab thing? Is that like what they're planning on doing? I mean, I know you don't know, but
That's what no
that's what it is.
that's what they plan on doing, bro.
Okay,
Like that's the whole shit. Like
that's what I was gonna.
Yeezy is trying to collab with Gap. Like it's not Kanye West and Gap, it's Yeezy and Gap.
Okay,
Like
interesting.
yeah.
But I just thought it was weird that Forbes was like, nah, that's some bullshit numbers he made up. Like you're still rich, but
No, like he's still like he's not in debt anymore, and like
no,
that's good.
and
But
that's the
like
most important part for sure. Yeah.
yeah,
But it was just funny that he was like, "Yeah, I'm 6.6 billion," and they're like, "No, it's like way
maybe
under
that's
that."
projected.
And
Projected
that's
after the
what I think.
Gap drop. That might be it.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's what Forbes is saying because they're like, it's made up numbers that haven't existed yet. That's what they were saying because I think they
Yeah,
said, yeah,
but they do plan on existing.
eventually, yeah,
Maybe.
we'll see with this collaboration. But I thought that was pretty interesting. Um,
Yeah.
all right, let's take a little. We'll stop from the news and stuff, but let me ask you what kind of we gotta switch it up and talk about some other shit we've been doing maybe. So what do you have any songs you've been listening to on repeat that made either maybe like on Rap Caviar or even like not aren't major like
So
anything you want to provide to our fans?
I'm pulling up some shit right now. So I've been listening to a lot of different shit lately. I think that there's kind of a revival of like the underground kind of scene. I've been listening to a lot of kind of underground people, and I think that it's genuinely good. And I don't think that it's been this good for a while. So like you have artists, a great example for me is I've been listening to this one guy, K Suave. He's a guy that's under Trippie Redd's label, and he works with Trippie Redd. He's talented. He gets views. He's getting up there. He's got over 100K followers on Instagram. Like he's big. He's substantial enough like that he like has like a career.
Right.
And I've been listening to a lot of his shit. There's this one guy named Tizo Touchdown I've been listening to. He's popping now. He's also like a fashion guy. Like he just showed up on the Givenchy, like the most recent like fashion show.
Right.
Like he was on the front cover, which is cool. Seeing underground artists like him, because he's not really as popping as like a K Suave, but he's doing a bunch of other shit to like get more recognition from other heads. So
Yeah.
he's been doing good. I've been listening to this one guy named Daytona Fox. I post about him a lot because he I've actually worked with him before. Like I
Now,
made
where's he?
I've made
I know I've seen you post him. Sorry, but where's he out of?
he's Cali.
Okay.
He's like Glendora, like whatever, like area, like North Cali, somewhere around there. I don't really know. Like, but that area.
Yeah.
So I can talk about him because I've worked with him. I am working with him right now on shit.
Cool.
And he's also signed to Takeoff. So
what is he?
like,
Takeoff has a label, I guess. Is that what it is?
well, he's like Takeoff's like artist, but like he's like YRN, like
Okay.
QC. Like he's on the QC tape. Like
What's
the
his name again?
volume
I'm
2.
sorry.
His name is Daytona Fox. There's a song.
He's on the.
He's on the Quality Control tape.
Oh, really? Okay. What, the second
Yeah,
one?
there's a song called Shoulder with
Hmm.
another guy named Lingo who I've also, familiarized myself with.
Right.
The song has over 1 million views on Spotify. But he's kind of he's small, but like he's talented. I agree. And I'm glad to have the opportunity to work with him.
Yeah, no, that's dope.
But there's plenty of other shit too. But
what about mainstream? You got a song you like mainstream right now?
I'm about to just look through my phone real quick.
That's what I was saying. So, yeah, I've been. I mean, I listen to more mainstream probably than you do, or at least like less.
Yeah, no,
but
probably for sure. But like, I kind of just been listening to like, as far as mainstream goes, I have been listening to Pierre a little bit only because I know that he's about to drop soon.
right.
I've been listening. I've been like he's gonna drop the Life of Pierre 5.
Oh, okay.
So I've been listening to that. I've been listening to a little Cardi. Other than that, it's not really like mainstream shit. I'll listen to Baby too, just because like I like hearing Baby's voice like that. Like
Yeah, me too.
like no pause. Like that's
The
just
voice.
like
Nice.
yeah,
No pause.
he's fire. Like
Yeah.
but,
No, for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot. That's some good shit. I have to check Daytona Fox. I meant to do that, but I've been listening to a lot of Only the Family because they just came out with their album recently. I really like a lot of songs on that because I really like Lil Durk and
you like Dirk, yeah.
yeah, and Buka 600. I just heard him recently, but I actually heard him on a song before. Do you know the song Riot by it's Herbo and Lil Durk?
I was about to say I feel like I've heard of him before.
Yeah, he's on that song. I really like his voice. He's I think I've already liked like 4 or 5 songs on that album or on the new album that King Von's on. You should check that out. I mean, I know you're not into that as much, but that's some pretty good music. Uzi's got a verse on the Only the Family tape. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
But I like a lot of I've been listening to Buka's pretty good. I've been listening to him a lot. He's pretty introspective. He has a song with T Grizzly on the tape. It's really good too.
Where?
Yeah, they get a lot of features.
I've been listening to Grizzly a little bit too, actually, just recently, like very, very recently.
He just came out with a new song with Dirk last night that I listened to. It's okay. It's not like the typical shit. Not a lot of big new stuff. I mean, there's a lot of new stuff, but
Well, there just
Actually,
haven't been really a lot of big artists dropping
I was
lately,
just gonna,
so
yeah. Well, might as well just get right into that now. I saw a tweet. Let me see if I can get back on Instagram because it was down for a little bit earlier.
I was about to say, I was about to say my Instagram was tripping like an hour ago.
Oh yeah, apparently Facebook was too. That's what I heard. But let me pull up my. Hold on. I just saw this tweet last, or not tweet. It was an Instagram post. Um, yeah. So this guy named Insaniel Ahmed said, by this point last year, Eminem, Mac Miller, Lil Wayne, Pop Smoke, Jane Aiko, Lil Baby, Lil Uzi, Meg Stallion, and Weekend all had released projects by this point. This year, that Pooh Shiesty mixtape was pretty good. It's just funny because there really
Yeah,
isn't a lot of big artists that have been dropping this year, and I'm wondering what the case is. I mean, I don't want to say it's because of Corona because it's already been a year. So it's like I'm wondering why. Why? I mean, it's been 3 months almost,
I
and yeah, a
mean,
lot of big
like
people dropping their
Cardi was the last, I guess, big
yeah
drop.
in December on Christmas.
I think they're just giving time to let the more recent acts, kind of just
You think that's what it is?
shine. I don't know. I mean, you see Drake is just relaxing. He's not
Well,
really
he also
worried
just dropped
about
the
his album.
EP.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but like you don't see any other artists putting out shit lately.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's my question. I'm like,
It's interesting.
because we had like, as I remember last year, we had a flood of music at the beginning of the year, and we were like, we couldn't even keep up with it. But now I'm
No,
like,
we couldn't
I'm
keep
trying to
up with
find
it
some
at
shit,
all.
huh?
No, we couldn't keep up with it at all.
And
Because
now I'm like
usually we
trying to,
talk about the releases that we liked. We listen to the shit, that comes out that night, and then the following day we talk about it. But we don't even talk about that shit anymore because nothing's really even noteworthy of talking about right now.
yeah, no,
No
like I
offense to no offense to anybody. It's not like it's trash, but like
no,
it's
this
not like big shit.
yeah, it's the it's most people like listening to mainstream stuff for the most part. That's just the way life is. That's the way like I we do the same things every day. Like we get in habits and we like to listen to the same people. It's like kind of how life is. And it's just yeah, we haven't gotten it's just weird. I don't know. I don't know how much or I don't know. I'm trying to think who we're waiting for. I mean, we're waiting on Lil Baby's got like 4 projects. He says he's dropping. He says he's got a project with Lil Durk, which I'm kind of excited for, but I kind of feel like they're already rushing it because I don't know if you saw, but they were on Instagram I think a couple weeks ago after the NBA All Star game and put a picture up, and they were like, both via social media going back and forth, like, yeah, we're about to drop this mixtape. It's done. We're soon. I'm like, that seems really quick for a mixtape with two guys already that just started
Yeah.
like making music. I feel like not making music, but doing that. But I don't know. I'm trying to think who else is coming up. Cardi Deluxe, we're waiting for.
He said that's
Oh,
actually coming and it's confirmed, so there
is
should be
I was
soon.
looking it up earlier, and he was saying how it's gonna. Is it
There's
confirmed?
like an interview. There's a GQ interview
Okay,
that's coming.
but I'm trying.
I hope.
Young Thug, definitely. I'm sure he's probably gonna drop this year because he hasn't dropped oh yeah, a Slime Language 2 that's coming soon. Um,
Yeah, that'll probably be later in the spring.
trying to think who else.
I can't think of anybody. I mean, I can think of like Migos, Culture
Oh,
3,
that's huge. That's probably one of the biggest ones. At least,
but like the thing is, they don't have a confirmed release date for it.
well, I
So
remember I
so
remember staying on what TMZ. I think I said that last week with Quavo.
there's a trailer. There's a fucking Culture trailer.
Really?
Yeah, like a mini, like Quavo put like a mini thing up. I swear to God, and I can't find it anymore. Probably because they're pushing the album back.
Oh my
But
god,
like,
bro! This shit is. They really need to be careful because if they drop another boofy long ass 24 song project that nobody really cares,
bro,
we're gonna be done.
that's gonna be it. I feel like that's gonna be it. I'm
Do you think it's gonna
sorry.
be another big project like that?
I think it's gonna be another big project. There's been so much happening with them in the past couple of years. There's no way that, or unless they just do it the way we want it and just straight 10 tapes,
Well,
like
it's not
10
gonna be
song
10. Let's be realistic.
or
It's
like
gonna be
or
at
like
least 20,
like
I'm sure.
like like 15, 14 songs, minimal features like Culture, and yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I hope it. I hope it's more reminiscent of Culture One.
of course. I think we all want it to be like that. And I actually liked a couple some songs on Culture too, but there was just so many. What was it like? That was actually only 24 songs. I
It
feel
was
like,
just like a QC tape, bro. It just felt like the QC tape.
yeah, it felt like a lot. It felt like a lot of like very similar
Lucy's and
sounding
shit.
songs. Very, yeah. That's why I like Culture because I thought it was pretty diverse. Honestly, I think like Culture,
And all the
but
songs were strong.
yeah, they were strong. They really were. But I really do like some of the recent releases from Migos. So I'm like, I'm really, I can't just see them. I mean, if they do put out a project that's over 20 songs, I have a feeling most people are gonna like 5 songs, and it's gonna be like Culture 2 again. But man, they
There's
gotta be
gonna be a few for sure that stand out so much more compared to others for
right.
sure.
But I don't want to say they're on the clock, but they are. I mean, they've gone down in history. They have one of the greatest hip trap albums probably of all time. But it's time to go. Like they've done their solo projects. They didn't really do well successful or I'm trying to think of the word financial or whatever. They didn't do well commercially as much as they thought. They're stronger together, so
Yeah,
I feel like they really need to come back with a vengeance. Because if they don't, I think their time is pretty much up. Because we've heard the same Quavo feature like 15,000 times over the last 3 years. It's the
I
monotone voice,
know.
and it's like so annoying because I keep mentioning it, and I'm like old Quavo, like oh my god, 2017 to like even early 2019 Quavo was like on fire, like features especially like with like the voice inflections and like just
Mhm.
like was riding the beat like it was like a Young Thug thing. He just like felt it like so well, and it's just over these past years, it's just so monotone and that's what happens. I guess that's what happens when you get money and success and that. It's the same thing with like the.
They probably gonna prove something on the on this shit. That's all I'm gonna say. They're
I,
probably proving that they're gonna stay around for a little bit.
you just contradicted yourself. So
Did I?
I mean, you said it was gonna be a long like you think it's gonna be a long kind of project like Culture
No,
2.
no, no. I know that. What I was saying is like I think with this tape, I think they're gonna be stay. I think they're gonna prove that they're still popping and
Right.
shit. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't
Well,
mean
it's
it
okay.
like
I
that.
kind of took both, but
No, no, you're good. I think that they're still gonna be popping either way, but it's probably gonna be more towards like I agree with you on song count. I hope it's not like that, but I feel like it's gonna be more like Culture One.
yeah.
But they're gonna show that they're gonna be still popping.
Well, I hope they
That's
do.
all.
Yeah. Culture was 13 songs. I just looked at it, and Culture 2 was 24. So, I mean, somewhere right in
Okay.
the middle, 17, 18 would be perfect, but, we
Okay.
don't.
You see, I forgot. I thought Culture was like 10 songs. So
13. I mean, that's pretty similar.
yeah.
And I think what, no, it's 13 songs, but, yeah. So I guess that's one of the bigger projects that we're waiting for. I could be on this all day, but I'm just trying to think I don't know why I can't think of who else. I mean, Future just released a project last year, I guess. Oh, I mean, I guess some of the guys like J. Cole and Kendrick, I guess if you really like,
Yeah, but like we're not even really worried about. At least I'm not worried about them because I feel like they're just gonna drop whenever they don't give a fuck about what anybody else has to say. They're just gonna drop when
clearly
they
they
can.
don't, but I don't. Yeah, no, I
You've
agree.
seen J. Cole tease some shit like his
Wow, on
plan,
social.
like his plan, like it's like
Oh yeah,
off
yeah, 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 yeah.
season,
I did see that.
this, this, like that's the only really related music thing that I've seen him post.
Sorry, my mic just fell off my fucking desk, so I'm just
Nah,
trying to
you
fix it
good.
real quick. But yeah, can you hear me? I'm really interested to
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
like, I don't know. I hope projects start coming in soon because I need some more music. But
yeah, me too.
can't figure this shit. There we go. All right, let's get back to some topics. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Ugh, this is not working. There we go. Sorry for that delay. Let's see what
Nah, you
else.
good.
Oh, so this was an interesting one a couple days ago. I saw so the producer Southside from 808 Mafia is retiring after his next 808 album he put out on Instagram. I think it was an Instagram story as he put it out. Um, he's really influential, and he's probably one of the best trap producers we've heard in the past 10 years.
Mhm.
He produced a ton of big songs for Future, Drake, who else? G Herbo. He's got a few projects with Herbo and I think 21 Savage. Um, what what do you think? I can't even say what legacy, but what are you gonna what do you take away from I don't know just Southside in general? How has he affected the music that we hear today?
He's
Even though he's
definitely
still,
sticking around, and I saw a tweet where he was saying like I'm still gonna be like I'm probably still gonna produce just like a little bit of tracks and shit, but like I'm throwing in the towel. Like I ain't releasing any like shit on my own anymore. Like, and he's big on that too. Like he's
yeah,
pretty big on doing that shit. So I think as a producer, he he really like he's really like the golden age of producers for sure.
of trap
I
music.
would
Yeah,
I would say for trap, yeah, for trap music. Like that golden age of Metro and Southside and the rest of 808 Mafia, even
yeah.
like TM88 and shit like that.
Hmm.
He's built up a legacy at this point where he has enough people in the 808 Mafia that represent him and represent him well. Because you know you got TM, like I said, you got TM88,
Yeah,
you got Chris Fresh 808, you got Lil 808, you got all that shit. Like, and I think he really stuck with he's just stuck with everything, you know, like he's just stuck with it. He's shown the support, and I think that that's just so important, especially for now. Because
yeah,
sometimes artists can feel like they ain't have shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. No, I agree.
Outside has proven that he's been there for the people that he's been rocking with. He's never turned his like that's what. And I was recently just watching it. This was before he announced. This is before he announced that. But I was watching like this Kids Take Over interview, and shout out to Kids Take Over because they interview a lot of low key artists, a lot of and also very prominent people. Like they're really putting work in, and I enjoy their content very much. You would enjoy them too. But Southside's they have an interview with Southside. Southside's talking about like his shit. He's talking about his legacy. He's talking about artists he's found. That's what he's been focusing on over the past couple of years.
Yeah,
He's gonna probably be more of an A&R head
yeah. No,
now.
I saw that
But
he said he's going to stay around and like help bring up new producers, which I think is awesome because you want to
yeah,
after you're done, it's good. You like to see these like people that retire still stay around and not just like go away and say fuck the industry. You know what I mean? It's like they want to make music better than it has ever been. That's like I hope when artists retire, if they do, like some of the greats, that they stay around. They help try to build up some of these younger people. That's what life's about. I keep relating stuff to sports, but it's just so easy. Like you'll get
hmm
like a not retired player, but you'll get an old player who's about to retire, but he's like a culture guy. He like wants to help younger people, but they'll a good young team will trade for him because they want to have some veteran experience and someone who can guide them along the way. And I feel like that's the same way in music, especially with what Southside is saying. So I'm really happy to hear that. It sucks that he's retiring because I love all of his. He's got
he'll
some
still be putting he'll still be producing some shit for
right.
people, 100%.
But
percent
I think for the most part, he wants to hang it up, which I get. He
hmm
won't be working as much, but congrats on him. I love a lot of his music, so best wishes to him. I'll be excited to hear that last 808 Mafia album, whenever that will be. Um, what else? This is an interesting one. So it's not really music, but I had bought it the other day actually. The Travis Scott cacti drink.
hmm
Have you tried it yet?
I haven't tried it yet,
It's
but my
pretty
man.
good. I mean, it's like it's supposed to be a seltzer, but it's made from like tequila, so it's like
I heard that, so that's why it's so fucking expensive.
I mean, it's
It's
not
like
really.
it's like $21
Well, it
for
depends
like
where
a
you get it, because I mean I got it at my work, and I also got a discount, so it was probably like $17 for like a 9 pack of like 12 ounces, but they're 7%. But
that
anyway,
isn't terrible.
that's what I'm
That
saying.
isn't
And
terrible,
I
but
got it
like
for
2021 is
that's
like
all. Yeah,
that's like high noon price kind of.
no, it is. Yeah, that's literally what it is. But
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to say. So apparently they have sold out in thousands of locations in like the last 24 to 48 hours, which is pretty crazy. It's just a little story that I just wanted to talk because I've tried them and they're pretty good. But
People are like going crazy saying that they're buying hell boxes.
empty boxes. I
Because
saw a
no,
box on the internet for like
no, no,
30.
no, 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 they're buying full. They're buying the packs of them
Oh
like
yeah,
at the
yeah,
liquor
yeah.
store, and then they're gonna keep them for like a month or two, because they're not gonna be around in a month or two. Because Travis only drops shit once. Like he's like that's his brand of marketing. He
Yeah.
only drops once, so you can be a part of it now, and not later. But like people are gonna resell that. People are trying to say they're gonna resell that drink for like hundreds of dollars
I
for a
s-
pack.
yeah, I think the
It's kind
day
of crazy, but like I believe it.
I
I
think like
personally believe it.
no, I do too. I think like a day or two after the drink was like dropped or whatever, I saw a post on Instagram and it was somebody who was selling an empty box of the alcohol for like $38. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, who would actually like ever do that? But people do because they're stupid. But bless you. And no, I just thought that was pretty cool because
Thanks.
um I don't know. But it was pretty
It's
good.
interesting for
I mean
sure, and
that,
if
that track
anything, I kind of just want to try and say fuck it.
yeah, no, it's interesting you said that like Travis Scott thing, like the how he only drops like that one time. And like I guess that is kind of like the whole thing.
That's
Like I mean,
brand of marketing,
yeah,
bro.
I mean he's
Like,
got the money, so it's not about the money for him. It's
like
about
Astroworld merch.
yeah,
That's all I have to say. Like Astroworld merch. You're not gonna buy that right now because you're in Utopia. If you wanted to be part of Astroworld, you had
too
to go
late.
to that shit.
Yeah, you might want to get on Utopia right now because I'm sure it's good. Aren't they selling you? Yeah, they're selling Utopia stuff already, right? Or no?
They just dropped a cacti merch, which is kind of fire.
Yeah.
I thought that was fire.
What was it? I'm
Um, I
sorry.
don't I don't know if they're doing that other shit though yet.
What did you say it was? I'm sorry.
The cacti merch. Like
The
they did
actual.
merch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They did
Yeah,
merch for the drink.
true. Yeah, Travis is, I mean, we've been talking about it over the past year. He hasn't done a lot of music per se, but he's definitely, he's definitely marketing himself well, getting ready for Utopia, I'm sure. I don't know what kind of sound we're going to get on that. That's another album we're waiting for. But, because he hasn't dropped the album since 2018, right? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane. Well, I mean, I guess he dropped Jack Boys, late 2019, but that was a collab. I mean, that was a compilation.
Yeah. It's collab shit.
Um, yeah, let's see what else. I don't think I have much else. Do you have anything on your mind right now?
I can't really think of that. I can't, like I said, the shit that you sent me, it's like that's like all the shit that I was thinking too. Like, because
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
really the that's popping right now. But
yeah,
like it's also enough shit to keep everybody, busy
yeah,
and
no, for
keep
sure.
everybody satisfied. So
Yeah, no, I agree. So, yeah, I guess that's probably it from us. Yeah, new music. There wasn't a lot of like new, like big artists, obviously that dropped. I mean, I saw who else? Let me just look who dropped songs last
we
night.
will be anticipating very big drops soon. So
Yeah, I would hope so. Where the hell is it? Sorry, I'm just trying to. Oh yeah, so there was a. What the hell is this? Oh yeah, there was a little TJ dropped a song with Polo G and Fabio Four, and I heard that one. That was pretty good. I don't know if you listened to that one yet. It's called Headshot. Just
I
came out
didn't listen
tonight.
to it.
But yeah, other than that, not a lot of new stuff. But yeah, hopefully soon we will. I'll be waiting for it. Thanks guys for listening again. Well, hopefully we'll be back next week. We will be back next week. Well,
Thank you. As
thanks guys.
always, keep listening.
All right, we'll see you next week, guys.